Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm on live. Good morning, Deborah. Nice to see you this morning. Hey, Kim Kretzberg. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking so much about you. And Jean's on. Hey, you guys, good morning. I'm going to just wait until a couple people get on as we shift, and I'll talk about the morning today. Hello, good morning. Nice to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and Sherry's here. Kim, yes, I've been thinking about you because, you guys, as there's people that have cycled into my life, physically, many times, and then when they're gone for a little bit, it gets difficult, right? So I'm looking forward to getting out to Mexico. I've just had to put the itinerary together. I'm working a little bit more on that Friday. I've been back in my studio here. Hi, you guys. Thank you. This is actually double. So I noticed for me, this is my new shape. I wanted to talk a little bit about shape today, style, and hi, Sandy. And I want to talk about fine silver, like the properties of fine silver. So I did wear my big cuffs that I talked about last week, but also, besides my cuffs, I wanted you guys just to kind of look at these little reasonable pieces here that I can hardly feel when they're on me. Hello, good morning. Oh, thank you so much. I wore, you can see I'm not wearing as many necklaces, but man, I am going all out with these earrings. Bracelets are really my thing. These, and I do know I have to build some more rings. I'm getting low on my rings, and we're going to be doing some rings out in Mexico too. But I'm also thinking, oh my gosh, why couldn't I wear a ring this size? This is my size. Wouldn't that be great? Hello, good morning. Nice to see everybody. Oh my gosh, you guys. For people who are in intentional metalsmithing, it's been so nice to see a lot of your work. So exciting to see your sites and what you're doing in intentional metalsmithing. So thank you so much, first of all, to the people who are in the course and just the experience that we're having together. Yay, fantastic. And here today, I talked a lot about, yes, the cuffs. I know. We're all into these cuffs. I'm telling you, I can wear, look, you can see, I can wear these super big. These are heavy. These I built for runway. I'm really getting into my place of building for Milan, what I'm going to do in Milan. My line, I have, I think, a 10-piece body of work. Hi, you guys. So I even posted today on my Instagram. I wanted to post just a little bit more on, because I'm thinking about Milan Fashion Week. I'm thinking about Mexico. So this, also the styles. This is a new gem that I just have in, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this shape today. I did a piece in advance for us today, which looks like this, which I really wanted to talk about, kind of getting around these angles. This one isn't quite set yet, but you love those colors together. And, the shapes of these to me are just so beautiful and amazing. I think it'd just be a great ring in itself, So I'm thinking this one actually might, I have it made as a pendant, but I could always switch it out to a ring, and I might do that. I'm short of rings. So, hey, nice to see you guys. Oh my gosh, and is even Christina on? Fran Klein is on. Nice to see you. So, these actually, I'm doubling up, tripling up with the earrings. Thank you. So I wanted to show you guys what I realized from building these big earrings that are really for runway is here is a reasonable pair that I hardly feel on. And I realized, and from a friend of mine, she kind of was like, oh, you can wear these heavier ones or ones that swing a lot. It'd be tough if this was swinging a lot and it was just a hook that was in my ear. So you guys can see I actually did a post in this earring, and it's mostly super light. This is a hollow form, and oh my gosh. The reason I love this shape, and I don't want to take on and off my earrings, but the reason I love, thank you guys, this shape is for my hair. This shape works. I've got all this hair going on now. And when I have all this hair going on, I still can see the main part of this little earring that I want to be able to see. So it's exactly like this if you didn't see this big earring on. So hello, good morning, everyone. I was just talking a lot about, new shapes, new form for jewelry, like really thinking your pieces out. what type of shapes you like. And I want to talk about fine silver today. Does that sound like a good itinerary? We thank you guys for joining me on Jewels of the Nomad. Jewels of the Nomad. Let me know how you guys like that name. I'm loving it so much. And I gave myself a nice definition of like 5 description words of what I feel like what I feel like my name, this new Instagram site is about. So I know you guys do that for your site too. You know, when I look at everyone's different names on here, it's so interesting. It's just made such an impression for me to see like your name really has to describe what you're about. And it's getting harder to pick like your exact name, right? I wanted to start with Nomad, Nomad Jewelry or something, but I do love Jewels of the Nomad. That is just amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Good. So, it's like, so then here I wrote actually on my chalkboard, I'll bring you guys over. I wrote on my chalkboard just some names here's my studio. I think you guys all got to see my studio. I've actually really had some time to clean, get things organized. And this is like right when you come in my big sliding door. There's my area, sit on my computer and write. And anyway, over here on the chalkboard, I'm just going to keep it the same way so I don't mess with things. Let me see. Okay, there's words that I wrote. Oh, they're backwards. I'll have to take a photo. I'll read them for you guys. Freedom. This is what I feel like Jewels of the Nomad is about. Freedom, inspirational. I want to be inspirational. Beautiful, but more of a beautiful, gentle flowing. It's like I see flowing and sand and spiritual yoga with crystals and gems, like the properties of the crystals, what's involved in the crystals, my jewelry, the talisman, the whole kind of talisman side of things. And then the last one is nomadic and travel, because that's been such a big part of my life. The travel, studying talisman, bringing different things into my life. So anyway, I thought that was kind of, descriptive. So I'm going to keep that on my chalkboard. And I know, I have done up my studio, Kim. Thank you. My studio is gorgeous. I brought in plants because you know why? It's like for me to feel these words, I need to feel it all around me too. I know you guys get this little section here, but I really did. And I have a whole other room back there where we do, a set of drawers, which I'll bring you guys back a different time. It's not quite as organized yet, but thank you. It's important. Hi, nice to see you here. Good. So it's important to me to come into my space, to feel good sitting here. This is when all the light is on. Oh my gosh, somebody brought to me, you guys can see my chandelier, but someone brought me these it's a huge chandelier that I have, and I bought it just bald. It was bald, and I've had to put the crystals on myself. And someone actually left off, I still haven't found the person yet, but these huge, like a foot long chandelier crystals here that I love having in my studio, When the breeze comes in, you can hear it. So, oh my gosh. Thank you. I'll have to do it's like, and I originally did it because I was going to have classes in here, as you guys know. But you know what? And I did it for the film, but now it's like I realize how important it is for me just to have it really beautiful to look at, open. I'm so sorry. I know, Fran, I was moving around so quickly, but I thought I might as well show you guys my words. I wanted to show you guys my words. So, so when you guys are thinking of your studio or thinking of your name, I just wanted to bring up one of the things that I've been working on right now is, when I came up with Jewels of the Nomad, I talk a lot about how I'm incorporating different things. So I decided to write up 5 words on what I would describe my Instagram line to be about. And if you guys haven't done it, so if you guys haven't done that, it would be a really good thing for you to do. This painting behind me, I bought from an artist it is huge. It's too big for my house and I love it here. I bought it from a woman named Sheila Devine. She was out in Puerto Vallarta and I met her there. I fell in love with her work. Actually these 3 pieces right here was the reason I bought this painting. And then I realized it came with 3 others, which were a little bit more haunting. But these 3 here, and especially the yellow, was when I was doing my circus troupe, and I just really kind of loved incorporating this painting. Oh, thank you. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you, Janie, for that comment. So that's a little bit about my studio. Who knew I was even going to show my studio? Thank you. I know that Sheila Devine, I would have hunted her work down. I have another artist that I actually just ordered a painting for my home. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys know Kate Thompson, but her and I were doing a trade, and she was sending me a little painting, and she shipped it to the wrong address, and it was her fault. So she actually had to, and then she shipped, she gave me the wrong address to ship the jewelry, so her expense got bigger. So she had to pull out this gorgeous painting, and I'll have to show you guys this painting when I get this one in. It's just beautiful. Catch one before it's on tape. Yay, it's so nice to see you. Wonderful. Great. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's Christina. Yes, I know. I wondered if you were on her, Christina. There she is. So that is Kate Thompson, and you know her. Christina's knows a lot of people from the mixed media world too, which I used to be a lot more in that field. And when I first saw Kate Thompson's work, I was like, oh my gosh, and she was like, she was kind of like, whatever. And then she saw my work and she was like, oh my gosh. So it was a good trade for us. So that was good. Hey guys, we're going to be seeing each other soon, Sherry. So I wanted to show you guys, I talk a lot about moving your work just 1 little inch at a time. I'm kind of super excited about some of these shapes. I'll bring this up to you. I'm kind of super excited about some of these shapes that I was doing. There we go. I'm not going to move this around anymore. I'm kind of excited about some of these shapes that I'm doing. One of them, like these, just started emerging. I just came into my studio and I was like, I'm going to build. Now remember, I already had some of my pieces and parts that I built over the summer. So I came in yesterday in right brain, and I came in a couple days ago. So when I have pieces and parts, it's really fun for me. If anyone came in my studio, you would see a lot of pieces and parts. Some days I come in left brain and I build the pieces and parts. And someday I come in right brain. You can hear, this sounds like my chandelier, right? Hi, you guys, nice seeing you. So, some days I just come in right brain and I can have fun and assemble and put things together and decide what goes with what. I really kind of like this shape here. This was an old kind of revived shape for me with the sticks and the little, assemblage of pieces. But with this piece today, I also wanted to talk about using fine silver for this part here. I had a big question on why is the filigree so hard to bend? Why is it hard to bend these? How do you put together, pieces that aren't bent? But you can also see this is also a takeoff. I actually did almost both of these at the same time. They're both shapes that I had, but I talk about how do you move your jewelry. I actually have done this before, but without all the tricky stuff inside there. So how do you move your jewelry 1 inch at a time? Hi, nice to see you guys. So it's really a practice of, getting in and just trying one more step. It's like, you guys know I've had the hoops. What about hoops, that have beautiful pieces like this and prayer boxes and tiny? You guys are so used to seeing big from me. It's like I really wanted to explore this idea. Like, how do you be inspired? I wanted to totally explore this idea of tiny little Herkimer crystals that I would hardly even notice in my past, So it's just kind of really fun thinking about different materials and pieces. How can I make these my own, which are so foreign to me and different? So that's kind of a really interesting way to do things. What else? Moving your work 1 inch at a time. I kind of liked just putting together all these little shapes that are so unusual. We talked about doing 1 earring at a time and light chains, I think you guys know as I get closer to Milan Fashion Week. It's just really fun. I love, for me, it's like I love doing this little kind of one-of-a-kind, but work that doesn't have to be so expensive as far as earrings. Herkimer, I know, I love. Have you been to the diamond mine there? How exciting is that? I have not been to the diamond mine, the Herkimer diamond mine, but it's in Herkimer, New York, right? So isn't that interesting how they can get a name of things? It's always interesting to know, how you could rename things and get things going. So good. So you guys, I do want to say, here's shape, different form, different sizes. Oh, I do have to go. Okay, definitely. I'm not that far from New York. Kim, I wonder if Kim Kretzberg has been there to the Herkimer diamond mine. Have you, Kim? You could literally go in and chunk out some diamonds. About 3 years ago in Tucson, people came in with Herkimer diamonds priced so high. They might have been close to like diamond prices, I swear. And they would sell out completely. So 3 years ago, there's a lot of people that paid a lot of money for the Herkimer diamonds. So I saw last year they were a little bit more reasonably priced. So that's kind of cool. So, okay, you guys. So I do have this. Let me see how my photos turned out. I wanted to show a couple photos. This is the piece that I was talking to you guys about. These are the shapes that I'm doing in my work. These are some of the new shapes that are going to be, I was a little boy when I got there. Oh, got a huge one. Ah, nice. Oh my gosh, fantastic. Yeah, it's like these kids. I remember going in and getting these, buffalo. There's a big buffalo ranch near us, and it's like bringing my nephews and my son into the buffalo ranch. And man, the bones, like they love the bones and the feed, and wasn't quite as impressive to me. But so these are some of the new shapes for the jewels. That's just kind of what I'm doing with these pieces as we go, and. So if anyone, I want to tell, and then here's some of the fine silver. So I want to talk about fine silver today. When I'm setting something like this, a piece like this, you can see you have to get in there and do a little bit more of some sharp angles. And when I'm setting a piece like, let me get back here. And when I'm setting something like these earrings, I want to bring up here. So, what's the difference between fine silver and sterling silver? Okay, these can be bent super easily, even on this piece here. This is fine silver. The gems aren't set yet, so you're going to see them come out. But see how I've bent this is a fine silver wire that's put around the outside of this. So, when you're getting into a tight place or have to get a sharp angle right here, bezel wire, I get mine from Rio Grande, but you guys, there's a fabulous place called Thunderbird, and I feel like when we go to Rio Grande, everybody has it. There's Monster Slayer that has better prices. It's just, Rio Grande makes it so easy to order all of this. I feel like we all have the same bezel wire when we go to Rio, and I really have been able to get such beautiful different wires from like Monster Slayer or from Thunderbird. And I always feel like it's really nice to support smaller companies that isn't Rio, and also Thunderbird is Native American based, which I really like a lot too. Thunder Moon Wire. That's a place, Thunder Moon Wire? Okay, I've never even used that one. So that would be a good suggestion from you, Thunder Moon Wire. Okay, cool. Well, oh my gosh, I love it. I do know when I was in Indonesia, in Bali, I do know that people were, is that Matt trying to get in? I do know that actually I had brought in some pieces. I wanted to have a piece made when I was in Indonesia. And he was like, oh, well, they actually completely make all of their filigree wire. Can you imagine? I mean, somebody has to make it. I imagine this is all just pressed out. Our wire is pressed out, and run through machines. There's enough of this to go around, But in Indonesia, traditionally, and in India, all this wire was made by hand. Hello, nice to see you. Okay, good. So I'm going to look on Thunder Moon. So Thunder Moon is a good recommendation, and I bet they have different wires. Like if you're a smaller company than Rio, you kind of have to have something special that would bring people in, right? So you're going to find something a little bit different than what you normally would see. As a beginner, where can you get reasonable stones? Okay, so do you know that I actually have really well-priced gemstones that I sell? I'm actually having a sale on Saturday with all these new ones that look like this. But otherwise, you know what? So here's what I have is all these gorgeous, gorgeous gemstones. I really have them for a pretty good price because I'm an artist, and I originally started selling them because I wanted to get them. I buy them in large quantities, and I was hoping people would buy them because you have to buy them in large quantities to get a good price. So, you know, I have a really good price for that. But if you're looking also, you know, a good place to go, there's a lot of local gem and mineral shows that are opening back up again. How to bend the bezel wire into circles, just anneal frequently. Yes, but here's the difference between fine silver and sterling silver bezel wire. So with fine silver, which, you know, a lot of this serrated, this is one that has been one of my favorites lately. I think it's hard to see. Focus in on there. This is the serrated edge on here. Let's see if I can get it in. Oh, there you go. So this is the serrated edge. This is fine silver. It's so, you know, it's very, very thin. It's like a 28 gauge, and you can bend these so easy. So you do not have to, you know, you do not actually have to go in and anneal. Don't plan on annealing at all. In fact, I'm going to give you a little demo. It's just right here. I'm going to see if I can get this down. Now, Fran, don't be too worried about this. I don't even have my glasses on now. Can you guys see? Farther away. I'll do it right here. So, you know, you're going to see how easily this bends. I want to show you guys, just to show you how it bends. You know, I can show you right here. I'm going to get a nice bend right here. And then I'm going to go in because I need a really deep, deep bend. I'm going to go in and close it up right here. And then I'm going to open it back up again. And I'm going to do the same all the way in this crease on this end. And now, see how easy that was? And now I've got my bezel. I'm going to round this part off just to, oops, this ring is making it a little hard to do my work. I'm just going to round this off just a tiny bit, just to get in here. See that? And then I'm just going to bring, I always have smaller pieces of bezel wire, which is why I have that whole chapter for scrap at the end. I know you guys can't really see my hand, but I'm going to let you guys see it in a second. There we go. See how nicely that's bent around? Now I can see exactly, looking down in here, exactly where to put a marker and exactly where I need to cut. So you can see I have a nice sharp corner here. I have a nice overlap right here. And, you know, it's just shaping it a little different. The objective when you're not doing circles, I always start people off on circles first because you can have a little bit of room for mistake in there when you're making a bezel wire around your stone. There's a little bit of room for, you know, if you had a little bit of extra or it was a little tighter. With something like this, it really has to be balanced when you're getting into squares, and this is actually called a pear shape, but you have to really kind of have your wire exact. So here is this. I'm getting ready for it to pop out. So that's fine silver. So when I'm working with these pear shapes, I'm going to work with fine silver. And when I'm working with this filigree that I'm literally bending, you know, really having to bend in different shapes and bend all the way around and bend into unusual shapes that are difficult. It was one of the questions. The bezel says a decorative piece, fine silver. That's what is exactly around this piece too. You know, you can see this is this scalloped, and scalloped always comes in. This is actually a 1/4 inch scalloped. I use an 1/8 inch scallop when I go around a bezel because this is not very forgiving. You know, this is pretty stiff to go around a bezel. It's pretty stiff, so I use the smallest that I can, and I do the best I can around here. So fine silver is going to give you a little bit more stretch. These are like a 32 gauge, maybe 28 to 32 gauge, so you're going to get a little bit of stretch. Now when you get into filigree that you're putting around your bezel, and you guys know, you can go back to the alchemy of soldering. So this one here is easier to bend because see this space up at the top? You can literally get this bent in a curve if you work very, very slowly. Usually what I'll do is I will actually, oh yeah, you want like the earrings? Oh, thanks. You're right, I forgot the earrings I just showed. Yes, I'll pull those out and give you guys a closer look. So, you know, to get it curved, you're just moving very, very slowly. If I'm on an end, I keep it as long as I can because it's easier if you have other work. I'm pressing it down. Never move metal from one state to the other very quickly. Don't worry, I'll find a place to put this in my, I'll find a stone that fits that, but you just keep working this. And if it's a, you know, if it's a fine silver, it's not going to be as strong. There we go. That's nice and curved, and you just keep working it very slowly. If it's a fine silver, it's not going to be as strong to hold up with durability, if you know what I mean. The durability, if it gets bumped, it could be bent easier. Oops. It could be bent a little bit easier. If it's sterling silver, it holds up really well. So that's a lot of times I use this. So, you know, for these pieces here, exactly that. To get this bent on the earring, to get this bent around the top, you can see I just kind of showed you guys how to very, very gently, and I'm going to keep working it until it fits exactly where I want to go. I can put this all the way around, or I can put it partially around. Now this one, I think I use sterling silver, this, you know, because this one I just put halfway around, but it really is just kind of making sure that you have good pliers. Now you guys, I use, these are Revere Pliers, because they really can hold and I can manipulate well. There's a big difference between pliers. Hi, nice to see you. I ruined so much. Oh, base bezel, trying to get it bent around corners. You have to move so slow. So did you see how slow that I moved? Just very, very gently, just a little bit at a time. This one, you could see it around the box. Here's what it looks like on the back. This was a tough one. I actually have two different pieces that are joined together at the top. I didn't know this was going to be exposed. I actually meant to put this underneath my bezel, so I have a little hole in the back, but you know, it is what it is, right guys? And here's one of those, you know, for this, you guys know the type of bend I showed you guys. See how it's with the serrated here. And a nice bend at the bottom. It's nice and easy to do when you focus on it, and you know, it's not too hard to do. But if you are ruining a lot of bezel, try fine silver. Try fine silver bezel wire. Oh, here, I have it on this piece too. This one, I've got it all the way around. I've got the filigree all the way around this piece. I probably have it ending. I probably have two pieces soldered together. That's another idea to do. Yes, good. Oh, I'm so glad, because I know some people. Now, there's earrings that I do. Let me grab them. I brought them in to work today. Hang on one second, guys. I'm going to grab these. All right, I would have taken you guys with me, but I don't want to make you dizzy. I would have taken you with, but I don't want to get you guys too dizzy. Okay, these are the ones. These are very difficult. If you guys have seen, I don't make these a lot. And people who have made these, who's made this? It's hard, it's tough to do. I've done this. This is with sterling silver. And it actually is 3 different wires that are soldered together. You can see the beaded on the inside. You know, I actually soldered these straight and then bent them afterwards. And I think, this is fine silver here, the beaded balls, the granulation inside. The outside is sterling, and the square wire in the middle is sterling. So I'm thinking if I really want to attempt this again, I might try to do these with fine silver. I can order all of this material in fine silver. That means square wire in fine silver. I haven't tried it yet, so you're starting it just like the same time I am. So, I want to give this an attempt with fine silver. I'm going to wear. So a lot of times, you guys, these pieces, what's the gauge and width of the filigree wire? The filigree wire, you don't order it in gauge and width, the filigree. The filigree is just filigree, and it probably is like because everything is different. It's like the point of this is probably a 28, and then it goes all the way up into maybe even a 42. It's so fine on the very ends of this, so you have to be really careful when soldering. So I actually have, you guys, I wanted to let you know, Christina and I, we've really been working on this book to get this book done. I'm so excited to have this book done. Right after Thanksgiving, I'm going to offer the courses in short little segments. Again, if anyone didn't get in any of the courses, if you didn't get the courses of intentional metalsmithing, you would be able to kind of do slower digestions of the course. Show how the ear wire operates on those hoops. Oh, my ear wire has a lot of movement. See this? It has a lot of movement. Here, I'll show you on this one. But it doesn't matter. See how much movement it has? This piece, I could have soldered something on, but when I can, I try to do as much movement. I know that this piece will center, from weight. So I have this in the center here, so chances are my ear wire will always be perpendicular to the pieces hanging on the bottom. As much as I move it, as much as I jump and do my yoga in these. So it's kind of really what it's about is movement, and, they're so light. They're so light. No, it doesn't open. No, this is just a hook. No, I didn't do these open. You know why? Because remember, when you're designing things, most of my jewelry I make for myself. You know how they say make things for yourself. So this one, I wanted the hoop to sit on the outside like this. If I sit from the side, because I'm wearing it to yoga, if the hoop opened, it would be worn in a completely, it would be, actually this is front way, and if the hoop opened, it would be completely to the side. So I wanted my hoops this way, because my hair, it's going to get lost in my hair. So that's kind of like what I was talking about these pieces here. When, intentional metalsmithing is making decisions every step of the way, how you want to feel, how you want things to look, how you want things. For me, it's like, oh my gosh, I love sexy jewelry. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what you're going to get here. I love sexy jewelry. I love to feel beautiful in my jewelry. Somebody else likes it too. Yay. You're a hoop girl. Yeah. The same way. So you're just making decisions, every step of the way. It's like, for me, I really love this form, like really when I'm on this form and I just walk around with these earrings on with my hair, my earrings get lost because my hair, so I love this. How do I make earrings this light and long? So this is a lot of chain. I can completely swing all over the place, and my earrings are fine, So I do yoga. Sometimes I run down the hall. The bathrooms are way on the other side. I'm working in my studio. I can even wear my binoculars, my craft optics with these, because I can get them around this piece, and it helps me that this is really, I have a box form, a prayer box form right here that really kind of helps me, keep this up pretty high. So every step of the way, you really, that's the heart of I am right there. Every step of the way, you're intentionally building for you and yourself. It's like, I don't know if you guys know, most of the clothing designers that really started, back when I was younger, they built clothing for themselves, what was missing. I'm doing this incredible business program right now, and it's so interesting because they're, at the heart of business, you know, at the heart of like designing who you are and your brand, the more you can love your business and the more you can love what you're doing, you're going to be able to sell your work too, you know? It's like anyone who is watching this with long hair that likes light earrings, that, you know, you're going to love this style. And it just so happens these are for sale on Saturday. So Saturday, or build them yourself. You know, you guys, I'm not one to say you have to buy from me. I'm really out exploring like a lot of different ways. I know these are going to be for, you know, I know things are going to sell, but I actually just kind of built from my heart. I built things for myself. On the earrings, I did, over the past 2 weeks, I did like 25 pairs of earrings that are from like 125 to 145. And these I'm bringing out to Mexico for our Mexico group. Come on, this could even be a necklace. You know what I mean? This could actually double easily as a necklace if you wanted to. Check that out. I'm going to wear this today. This is a big statement piece, you know, now that you see it here. How do I attend my sale remotely? Okay, so my sale, you guys, and if you're thinking about, you know, I know you guys all have your own sale. I actually just switched over to, hi, Adrian's on here too, and Christina's on here. Now, I have Christina, who is my right-hand man, who I adore, and she helps me, you know, with getting the store set up and we get it organized. So when remotely, I have all the pieces almost put up there. I just have this set of earrings right here to add to the store, and we're getting everything set up today, and it's so much work. That's why I'd rather just do my sale all at one time than putting up, oh, here's a piece today, here's a piece tomorrow. So for me, this is the last time, if anyone is looking for Christmas presents or some of these new gems, or you're going to be, you know, you can check out prices there. I batch everything in $100 prices. This time I batched everything a little bit more. I did some $200 batches of gorgeous, oh my gosh, my milky aquamarine came in beautiful, flawless, beautiful, and big. So, you know, I love it matched up with this kind of a cloudier, like it looks like a tumbled crystal clear or crystal quartz that's tumbled. Oh my gosh, they're so heavenly. So that's the reason why I do my sales that way. So Saturday, when the sale opens, I have 100 new shapes, you know, different shapes and new colors that are really exciting. If anyone needs gems for you know, for Christmas to build, this is going to be, you can buy gems from me all the way up until Thanksgiving, because at Thanksgiving I'm gone for 2 weeks. And then it's the second I get back, that will be like on the 13th. We can, you know, if there's any orders, we're going to ship things out on the 13th and they can get to you by the 15th. So if you guys need any Christmas gems or presents for Christmas, get on and you can do the jewelry. I have beautiful bags and everything is really beautiful if you're looking for yourself or for gifting. Oh, the Optivisors that I use? Yes. Oh my God, I love my Optivisors. Please mention my name, because guess what? Those guys gave me a nice little gift because I talked about it. So the Optivisor, look up Optivisor. Where do I have them at? Did I take them? I took them off. Oh, here they are. I wear these 24/7. They actually give you, oh, I have them a little bit spotted, but you can see there's like a bifocal in here. So this is reading glasses. This is normal up here. So when you look up, you have your normal. I just have my reading prescription. I don't normally wear glasses, although I'm getting closer or I might have to. And then anytime I'm doing my work, I flip this down. If I'm looking at gems, if I'm looking at gems, I can see every little crack. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe. I can read everything perfectly now. I'm bringing gems to Mexico just because I need them for myself. And so if you need gems, there's new beautiful colors. I'm taking these out to Mexico. I'm taking a nice collection that we're working on. We're going to start working on we're working on the idea of bangle bracelets and different shapes and, just getting these shapes on here. By the way, you guys, I have all of my gem bangle bracelets that are on the sale Saturday too. This is my new favorite. I like putting leather in there too, so it's not just all kind of silver, but I like all these different lengths and different sizes, and they're so light, I can work with this. I love my fringe that I have, but I just usually wear all those fringes for going out. Does that make sense? What is the brand? It's actually Craft Optics. Craft Optics. It's Craft Optics. Oh, you haven't adjusted. You got them, Mary Jo. You got your Craft Optics. Good. Oh my God, thank you so much, Mary Jo. You probably got me the gift. They sent me this nice little gift, which is so sweet, you know. It's so sweet. I have to remember things like that. What is the best gauge for jewel bangles? These are all 18 gauge. I did these little small ones at a little different, at a little different gauge. I think I did them at a 20 gauge. I love them. They're so light and beautiful. I could sell them inexpensively, but they work well when in a group. They don't collapse when they're in a group. But normally I like to use 18 gauge because 18 gauge, it really supports itself. I could solder well. I can put gems on here. My gems work well. With my bezel around here, my gems are protected is how I feel, So anyway, that's really, so if you're working, the first thing we're going to work on in Mexico, just to get everybody warmed up, I have goldsmiths, I have beginners. I thought what I'd do, you guys, I'm going to be here next Thursday, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be here next Thursday at noon, and then there's Thanksgiving, right? And guess what? I thought it'd be really fun to meet you guys in Mexico. I'm going to be in Mexico, and I'm going to do this at noon on Thursday out there. And I want to show you guys around, and I can show you guys what people are making. We're going to be wearing masks to get there. We're kind of in a little compound. We have to check things out. It's the first workshop I've done with COVID going on, but I'm super excited. I'm getting tested before I go out, just for the heck of it. I feel super healthy, but we'll see with going out and what we're doing, but I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll meet you guys next Thursday, not Thanksgiving, and then the Thursday after. It'll be really fun. 18 gauge sheet. Although you guys, you can order, actually I'm bringing in, there's actually 18 gauge strip. It's actually called strip, and you can order your strip in quarter inch or 1/8 inch or 1 inch. Here, I'll show it to you. Let me grab it. The bezel wire. Oh my goodness, I've got all this bezel, and I've got, okay. See, this is bezel strip in a fine silver, which you can, that's all fine. This is actually sterling silver strip. This is actually a 1/2 inch, which is really kind of nice to use. I think it's 1 ounce, but it's 18 gauge. So I can order an 18. Sometimes you can order 20, but you can order in the gauge that you want to, and then it's already cut perfectly for you, unless you want different sizes, then you'll have to. So sometimes I use these for ring bands, like here, and then just add up on top of it. The base of this is this, is this right here, strip. So you can order your strip in different sizes. It's easy. So this is just a 1/4 inch strip that I'm bringing out to Mexico because a lot of people had questions about it. And I thought, for the first project, I always like to bring kind of the exact, kind of almost like exactly what we need, just so people can get warmed up and get into it. And everybody is fumbly the first day. I have goldsmiths, beginners. Everybody has to kind of warm up and get in there, Yeah, Christine is coming, so that'll be fun. Oh, I am thinking of you already, Kim. Oh my gosh. That's why I was thinking of you, because I know I'm going to miss you when I'm out there. Oh, I know you're out in New York City. Oh my gosh. Yay. Well, you know what? I don't even know what type of teaching that I'm going to be doing next year, but I definitely I'm doing Morocco in next fall of 21, and I'm doing India I was going to do it this year in January, and I think everybody knows we had to move it to a year from then. So as soon as we get in there, oh yes, Can I email anyone? But Sherry, are you on the Facebook group? Okay, you should be on the Facebook group, and I did give you guys supplies down there, but tomorrow I'm gonna come in and I'll get everything organized and make sure everything's on the supply list, and we will put an email out there between Christina and I, right, Christina? Christina ends up doing a lot of the emails, so that sounds good. Do another trip to Mexico. I go every year. At this time. I love it. Are you kidding? This is one of my favorite times. I think I have been there. I think I've been going for like 15 years, every year at this time. I love our place that we have. I love our margaritas. I love our tequilas. I love our tacos. We have a chef. It's beautiful, inspiring. You know, you can spread out. I love it because I think I'm getting into this stage. I was just talking to Christina. I feel like I only want to work with people for a long period of time, like 5 days, 3 days minimum, but 5 days. I think I'm done with those times where I would just have 6 hours, all brand new people in a class, a whole mix of people I'm just meeting, and have to put together and complete something in 6 hours. It's exhausting, but also I don't even think people can get the benefit from it. I would rather work 3 days. I have 3-day workshops in my studio. I'm going to wait till after COVID. And then I do 5 days. But Mexico is the most inexpensive. That one's about $2,000. And, really all your breakfast and lunches are included. Your workshop, your stay there is included, almost everything included. And then you meet a fabulous group of people. So every year to Mexico. Morocco is a 3-week tour, 14-day tour. It's a 14-day tour and a 5-day workshop. And that one I'm going to be definitely doing again. In India, I'll be doing again too. We're actually going down to look for gems and, just all different types of things like that. And then I teach 5-day workshops. So where we do yoga and all of that type of stuff. So I think I do have those trips listed. If you're interested, they're on my website. You can find my website in Susan Lennart profile. And, thank you. I know my style is, thank you, Deb. Thanks. I know Deb came out. It's too hard. India is postponed till 2022. I don't know if I'm going to have a workshop in my studio. I am going to see. It's like, this is what Christina, I hope you do one of my trips. It's like when Christina's coming out to Mexico, and it's like, we kind of get to sit down, and I'm thinking about my business plan and where I'm going and what kind of things I'm doing. And we have like a 2-hour meeting, at least we did last year, and we plan it again this year. And, I'm really putting thought into, just like I put thoughts into my words that I'm building my Instagram site around, I'm putting in how I want, I feel like I really enjoy teaching. It's a contribution I can do in the world, for just at this stage. I've been in jewelry and adornment for, oh my gosh, since I was in my early 20s. So how many years is that? We don't know, right, guys? And really Mexico fills up quickly. So as soon as I'm out there, we'll probably get it written back up. So when I meet you guys the Thursday after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be in Mexico, and I'll be in Mexico, and you guys are welcome. I'll be already knowing what I want to do next year, or at least I'll get it put up there. I always do my freshest work. I always do my brand new work in Mexico because I have online courses. You know what I mean? So, you're welcome. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's so nice that you see that. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Well, we don't live in a bubble, and this is our grand world, and it's all about kind of contributing to the world. There's another younger generation coming in. It's about vibrations in the world, that I do so much of this background work in. In fact, in Mexico, the people coming to my Mexico workshop, I have kind of really some plans on clearing and some meditational. We have a shaman that's in part of the group. I won't mention who, but it's really, I'm really putting a lot of this intentional work into this group, because I know the people, when I do a 1-day 6-hour class, I can't trust. A lot of people are coming in because they want to build this piece, you know what I mean? And They just want to get in and out. So I don't put all of that real juicy stuff behind it. So this is my intention, especially in India and Morocco, my studies that I do behind things that I did when I, really absorbed the Indian culture. And our style starts to look like that. When you spend time in an area, your style starts to look like this area. So when we're in Mexico, the reason I really want to bring the gems down there too, it's like, it's the same way, it's like they're vibrant, they're colorful. When you're in Mexico, you get vibrant, you get colorful. When I pack to go down to Mexico, right? I know you guys have done this. I wear my grays, my blues, and I'm like, well, it's light, I'm going to be comfortable. And I get down there and you're like, no way am I going to wear black clothing in Mexico. You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing with your jewels. You get bold with what you're wearing. You feel good. You want to feel beautiful. You can feel sexy. You're hearing salsa music. You're all that. Whoo! I can't wait to go down there and wear my jewelry and feel sexy and beautiful. And Connie, my friend, she tells me that I wear my lingerie when I'm down there. You guys will see when I show up to Thursday. Oh, thank you. Really, it's true. It's fun. It's like, after all these years of doing jewelry and adornment, I always have to find a new way to reinvent myself and re-excite myself, because it's not fun doing the same thing. That's why I want to show things like, you move an inch. So you can see how these two look similar, but they're different, they're so different, but you can see where it's the same brainstorm, the same idea, but it's like moving it slightly and adding a little bit more to it. Oh my gosh, bring your swimsuit. We are going to be swimming. I'm going to be going to the ocean. So changed my practice completely. Wonderful. I am very glad to hear that. It's 1 inch at a time, 1 step at a time, so that's all it is, guys. 1 step at a time. I've never been to Mexico. Yes, try to come next time. Really? Oh, Adrian, I would love you to come. This is Adrian, you guys. She helps me out with so much, and she actually bought one of my really large piece with the skull on there, and I'd love for you to come. You would enjoy it. So I just have like 10 to 11 people there. That's all I take. We're a small group. We're usually all women. And, it's just really a nice, inexpensive vacation. You get a lot for your money, I always feel like. We have a chef there that cooks fabulous. We meet at night. We break off in groups. We go to dinner. We'll see, I think dinners, we have to close down a little bit earlier. Beaches, I love tumbling in the ocean. If some people are staying a couple days afterwards, and we have our afternoons. Like once we get past for the first 2 days, I put my heaviest subjects on. So when we start on Monday, Tuesday, I've got a really big itinerary. We work in the morning, and then we come back and we work I do a little bit of instruction in the afternoon after lunch. The same on Tuesday, because when we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, by Wednesday, people are exhausted. But, we do a 4-hour in the morning, and then the afternoon, you can go explore, you can have fun, you can drink tequila, you can swim all day, you can go to the ocean, and the studio's open. I don't teach, I come back on Monday and Tuesday. I don't teach instructions in the afternoon, but I'm there on Monday and Tuesday. So studio's open 24/7. I hear people out in the studio till 2 in the morning in Mexico. So it's kind of fun. So I'm getting ready for that. So, okay, you guys. Well, I hope you guys got a little about fine silver. There's times to work with fine silver. There's times to work with sterling silver. Sterling silver holds up. If I'm wearing a ring, I want my jewelry to be a little sturdier because I'm moving my hands a lot. If I'm wearing a pendant, you can use a lot of fine silver. I do all these protrusions. The reason why I use a lot of sterling silver, I do a lot of protrusions. This is sterling silver. Oops, I forgot it wasn't a real necklace. Remember, this is my earring. Okay, so see, I do a lot of protrusions like this. I have to use sterling silver because if this was fine silver, my pieces in front would be bent all over the place. They would just be Oops, I've got this snagged a little bit somehow. Okay, so they just would be bent. You know, maybe one was up, one was down. So if I need my things, oh good, I'm so glad. If I need things to be sturdy, I use sterling silver. If I need things to be bendable, I use fine silver. Make sense, guys? Oh my gosh. Well, I'll be here next Thursday. Thank you guys so much for joining me and for finding me here. I know I've been moving around a lot, but I'm in this transitional phase where I'm kind of figuring things out, you know, for the next phase. So you guys know me. And Sherry, be all set. I know, Sherry. Oh my gosh. I know. I'm so glad, Sherry. Sherry usually comes out and I see her in Portland every year. So, you know, it's really fun for me. Usually I see different people all around the country at different times of year, whether they're in my workshop or we go out to lunch. So I'm really excited. So thank you guys. So next Thursday, I'm going to be here in my studio. It's going to be right before Mexico. I hate to always, you know, but I'll maybe have other rings and I'll have another subject that I'm going to talk to you about. I usually don't know until the day before because I like to keep things fresh. If I'm going to show up, if something's rehearsed. So anyway, you guys, my sale is Saturday. If you're interested in gems to build with, new cuts and gems, my talk that I did last Thursday, it's recorded. It was all about, you know, kind of don't be afraid to use up your gems. Put yourself out there. Get those small ones and try those out first, you know. Don't be afraid. If something is beautiful, you need to put it together and put it out there in the world. It's not just for you to hoard in your little place. You know, it's for you to do a gift to the world. Your jewelry, your adornment, your work is for you. But if you build it with love, it's for the world. We need this out in the world. We need these vibrations out in the world. Get it? So use those gems. Put your beautiful work in. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Maybe I'll see you guys at my shop for any of these things here or for some gems. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. Mwah.